Welcome to the Success Library. Thanks for joining. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and let us know which book you'd love to see next.
Episode 4, Make It Obvious, the first law of lasting change. Chapter 1. Imagine this. You walk into your kitchen. You weren't even hungry, but there's a box of cookies on the counter. Suddenly, you want one. Not because you need it, but because the cue is obvious. The habit was already waiting for you. Here's what James Clear figured out. If you want to change your habits, you have to start with what you see. Because what's visible becomes inevitable. This episode is all about the first law of behavior change. Make it obvious. And once you understand how to use it, you'll start seeing habits forming all around you, without needing willpower. Chapter 2. Let's rewind to how habits really work. Clear explains that every habit starts with a cue, a trigger that kicks off the routine. Without the cue, the habit doesn't even begin. Cues can be a place, a time, an emotional state, a person, or a previous action. For example, you hear a notification, you check your phone. You smell coffee, you feel like drinking some. You sit on the couch, you turn on the TV. These things happen almost automatically because your brain loves efficiency. The goal? To take control of the cues instead of letting them control you. Chapter 3. Here's where the first law kicks in. If you want to build a good habit, make the cue obvious and visible. In other words, don't hide your good intentions. Put them on display. Let's say you want to eat healthier. If the fruit is buried in the fridge behind leftovers, you'll forget it's there. But if there's a bowl of apples on the table, you're far more likely to grab one. Want to practice guitar more? Leave it out in the open, on a stand. Want to drink more water? Put a full glass on your desk every morning. Make the cue so obvious that you trip over it. Chapter 4. Clear introduces a brilliant tactic called habit stacking. It works like this. After I current habit, I will new habit. Why does this work? Because it ties your new behavior to something your brain already recognizes, like a built-in alarm. For example, after I pour my coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. After I brush my teeth, I will write down one thing I'm grateful for. After I close my laptop, I will take a 5-minute walk. You're not inventing a brand new habit out of thin air. You're anchoring it to something solid. The more you repeat it, the more automatic it becomes. Chapter 5. Another powerful tool Clear shares is called implementation intention. Here's how it works. I will behavior at time and location. It sounds simple, but it's backed by serious science. One study found that people who use this format were 2 to 3 times more likely to follow through with their goals. Example. I will go to the gym at 5 p.m. at Planet Fitness. I will study for 20 minutes at my kitchen table after dinner. I will call one client at 9 a.m. from my office. When you decide when and where, your brain stops debating. There's no more should I? It becomes, this is just what I do. Chapter 6. Now let's flip it. What if you want to break a bad habit? Simple, reverse the law. Make the cue invisible. Don't want to scroll social media? Delete the apps from your home screen. Don't want to binge Netflix late at night? Unplug the TV or sign out each time. Don't want to waste time online? Block distracting sites during work hours. You don't need superhuman discipline. You need fewer temptations. Clear puts it perfectly. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Make the good habits obvious. Make the bad ones disappear. Chapter 7. Let's look at this in action. Say you want to become a writer. You could. Stack it. After I make coffee, I'll write for 10 minutes. Implement it. I'll write at 7 a.m. at my kitchen table. Make it obvious. Keep your journal and pen next to the coffee maker. With just those 3 small steps, you've removed friction and added clarity. Writing becomes your new default. No motivation required. No struggle. Just clear cues that pull you into action. Chapter 8. Let's recap the tools you learned in this episode. Cues trigger habits, so take control of your environment. Make good cues obvious. Leave visible reminders everywhere. Use habit stacking. Anchor new habits to ones you already do. Use implementation intention. Lock in the time and place. Make bad cues invisible. Out of sight. Out of habit. The more automatic the start of your habit becomes, the easier it is to follow through. When a habit starts easy, it ends strong. Chapter 9. Here's your challenge. Pick one habit you've been struggling to start. Now apply this formula. After I, current habit, I will new habit at time, in place. Make the cue visible. Put a reminder where you can see it. This one move might be the thing that finally makes it stick. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to change what you notice. Because what you see is what you repeat. In the next episode, we'll explore the second law of behavior change. Make it attractive. We'll unpack the psychology of temptation and how to hack your brain into craving good habits instead of bad ones. Episode 5 will show you why your brain is wired for reward and how to use that to your advantage.